Cotton High Section! The Vexation of a Shut-In Vampire Princess, a comedy fantasy coming out on October 7th.
どうしてこうなった
3 years into her life as a shut-in, vampire Komari awakens to find she's been appointed as the commander in the Mole Knight Imperial Army. Thing is, her new unit solely of belligerent ruffians who revolt against their superiors in the slightest hint of weakness. The Kingdoms of Ruin, an action gore coming out on October 7th. For ages, humanity flourished through the power of magic, a gift from witches to aid mankind, but times have changed. The scientific gear expansion has made both magic and witches obsolete. In order to liberate humanity from the blight of magic, the mighty Tyrant Empire began a ruthless hunt to exterminate all witches. Adonis, who was only a boy when the hunt began, apprenticed to a witch he dearly loved. When she perishes at the hands of the Empire, Adonis vows revenge. By this furious wizard's power, blood will flow. I'm in Love with the Villainess, an isekai comedy girls love coming in October 2nd.
なりません。こうなったらあなたが泣いて屈服するその日までいじめていじめていじめ抜いてみせますわ。
Ordinary office worker Rei wakes up in the body of the protagonist of her favorite ultimate game, Revolution. To her delight, the first person to greet her is also her favorite character, Claire Francois, the main antagonist of the story. Now Rei is determined to romance Claire instead of the game's male lead. But how will her villainous ladylove react to this new courtship? I'm giving the disgraced noble lady I rescued a crash course in not in it. I'll spoil her with delicacies and style to make her the happiest woman in the world. Comedy romance coming out on October 4th.
さあ早く決断するがいい。
私分を大事にしてください。
シャーロット、俺はお前にこの世のすべてのいけないことを教え込む。
Betrayed by her betrothed and bullied by her family, a young noblewoman named Charlotte Evans flees her home and stumbles into the hands of Alan Crawford, a misanthropic wizard known as the Dark Lord who lives in a solitary mansion deep in the forest. When he hears the sad story of Charlotte's pitiful life, he discovers a new calling, giving her a crash course in all things naughty, from late night feasts and cake and ramen to sleeping until the afternoon, from dressing up in cute outfits to fun-filled days at the beach. Hoshikuzu Telepath, a comedy girls love anime on October 9th.
私は人とうまく話せない。私にとって
15-year-old Umika Konohoshi is having a hard time socializing at school, but she hopes her words will someday reach other people. When self-proclaimed alien Yu Akushi enters her life, Umika will learn more about being open. Berserk of Gluttony, an action fantasy anime in October. Fate Graphite is one of the Forsaken, cursed with the skill Gluttony. He is ever starving, never sated, until the day he kills a dying thief and devours the man's strength and his soul. The true hunger of Fate's gluttony has awakened, and if he can learn to control his power, he will at last be the master of his own destiny. Tyrant Empire, time travel comedy romance on October 8th.
嫌だ。死にたくない。死にたくない。どうして
Surrounded by the hate-filled gazes of her people, the selfish princess of the fallen Tyrant Empire, Mia, takes one last look at the bleeding sun before the guillotine blade falls, only to wake up as a 12-year-old with time rewound and a second chance at life dropped into her lap. She sets out to right the countless wrongs that plague the ailing empire. My daughter grew up to rank S Adventurer, an action adventure in October.
あれが噂に聞く S ランク冒険者黒髪の戦乙女 Angeli!
After losing his leg as a startup adventurer, he retired to his hometown in the countryside, doing things such as collecting medical herbs, exterminating magic beasts and wild beasts, and helping the village's farm work. It's hard to decide whether to call our protagonist an adventurer or a handyman. One day while searching the mountains for herbs, he discovered an abandoned child. Thinking that he couldn't just leave it, he took it home and raised it until the age approached 40. His now grown-up daughter had also wanted to become an adventurer, likely from growing up watching her father. Thinking that it would be better for her not to be struck out in the country for the rest of her life, the protagonist sent her to the Adventurers Guild in the capital. She officially became an adventurer, and another 5 years passed, but his daughter is not a distinguished S-class adventurer, she just hasn't returned home once. A returner's magic should be special. Time travel action fantasy coming out in October.
私の実力を見せてあげるわ。ウィンドストライク!
The world is on the brink of destruction after the devastating 10 Years' War in the Shadow Labyrinth. Armand is one of the last skilled magicians left standing, but even he is no match for the formidable foe threatening humanity's very existence. Just when he's certain the end has come, he is sent back in time for his early days of studying magic at the prestigious Ebrion Academy. With this rare second chance, Desir is determined to save not only himself, but also the friends and comrades he once lost. The Family Circumstances of the Unbalanced Witch, a gag humor comedy on October 1st.
おやおや、これは魔女様とお弟子さんですかな。
そうです。
Alyssa, a witch who lives alone in the forest, picks up a human baby one day. Despite her confusion, Alyssa named the baby Viola and decided to raise her. 16 years later, Viola had not only grown into a daughter who adores Alyssa, but also into a woman of exceptional proportions. And the people around them mistook Viola for Alyssa's mother. A slice of life told by a mother and daughter who were inverted in appearances and full of gags. Playthrough of a certain dude's VR MMO life. Comedy Isekai on October 3rd.
目立ちたくないのにどうしてこうなった
A new type of VR MMO called One More Free Life Online is out. He logs in as a young boy avatar called Earth. Tanaka, a 38-year-old single, has a regular office job and enjoys playing video games on his free time, in a world where the player is free to do as they wish. He decides to master a skill that's been deemed to be useless. He makes potions that are too much of a hassle to make, cooks food that is excessively too good, and uses bizarre original weapons to hunt monsters. Pretty Derby Season 3, a sports game anime on October 5th.
がむしゃらに自分らしく私らしくもがけあがけくら
Great race horses of the past have a chance to be reborn as horse girls. These have ears and tails of horses as well as their speed and endurance. I don't think I need to say anything more. Hypnosis Mike Division Rap Battle on October 7th. After war, women have taken over ruling politics in the Shuo Ward and have banned and destroyed weapons. This has caused men to fight through rap battles using hypnosis mics, which can be used to affect people's sympathetic nerves and influence their thought process.
コトンハイセクション